Well, good morning, everybody. This is where I stayed last night. If you look way out in the distance past that power line out in there, Quartzites out in that valley and back to the left a little bit, that sound in the background is Interstate 10. And I'm getting messages. The sun's up, but this mountain still got me shaded. But a lot of minerals and stuff here. I'm gonna go up to this point and check it out. And whatever that is right there, got to looking at that and I'm like, that's not natural. It's like a pile of rocks. It's just odd looking. But I may do some metal detection here. That was a new type of cactus right there. But get away from those campsite areas a little bit. There's a lot of shell casings. Too many. There's everywhere I've metal detected, I found bullets and stuff, casings. Wow. Lots of different minerals and stuff. See, this is down. This is more fresh water flow. That's yeah, see, it's, look at that cacti. It scoured this pretty good. Like I said, the metal detector worked good. See, look at that type of quartz or quartzite there. Yeah, see, that's bedrock. This stuff right here, really good place to look for gold. That's where it likes to go. Wow, look at that cactus. I first seen that thing, it was like a snake laying there. Oh yeah, this is really good here. For real. That's where it likes to get, is down in these crevices. It's real heavy compared to everything else. Think of like a little sinker, a fishing sinker, except it's like, I don't know, it's like way heavier than that, same size. Not sure what lead is. It's like 10, 12 times heavier than water. Gold's almost 20. So it's like, I don't think it's the heaviest, but it's damn close. Yeah, pretty cool. That right there just shows how the terrain, how these washes can change in matter of feet. Go from walking on gravel, yeah, been burnt. That's yeah. There's another piece of wood that's been burnt. As you see, really no signs of that fire, other than some of those stumps. Yeah, it is a big pile of rocks. Over there is where I am. Huh. This would be good. How this hill's breaking down, eroding. It is just a big pile of rocks. Huh. That's like made with some purpose, you know? Huh. Well, it's odd. And of course it is further than I thought. Anyway, I'll make some video, get on up there. I'm gonna go back and get the e-bike. Just do that. Anyway, I'll make more video later. Hope you guys are having a good one. There's the sun. I already feel it. See y'all later. How's it going, everybody? Right here's a great example of how you can take this thing pretty much anywhere. I'm off of it now. It's low gear. It basically pulls itself, its own weight, plus a little. So, get up out of the wash. That's a mean wash there now. No way in hell my van would get up that. I'd be stuck. If I was lucky enough to make it down to it, I'd either be stuck in it or right in here somewhere. So the heck with that. That is something I keep meaning to do. A place like this would be good. Is park the van, lock it up, and bring that bigger basket, attach it to the back instead of the milk carton or milk crate, egg crate, whatever the hell it is, and take my tent, sleeping bag, gallon of water, a little bit of food, blah 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 blah, and ride out like a mile or two out, you know, out the way, and just see how that goes. But I've not done it yet. I've been meaning to do it. Wow. Somewhere in that, I really like that place that I went there early on. That, what was it, Raggedy Mountain? Ragtop Mountain? Almost not enough power. It went up another notch. Right here, boom. Then take it down. Look at this. Ain't this cool? Trying to keep the cam sort of kind of level for you to see. That's actually hard to do. You know, using both hands to steer and then getting that thing level and keeping it there. It's not easy. I was beating and banging around. Now see, I got it in 5th gear. Gearing down, this is really steep. There's a high ground here. Golly. Look how steep it is to the side and stuff too. It's getting up and it ain't easy. It gets it hot too. Look where they've been digging. May have to push it. Yep. Anyway, I'll make more video. I get on up here. I'm gonna fly the drone and stuff. Just look around. Oh wow. There's, I think that was a, I don't know, I don't think he was there actually. Back there's the van. See that little shine? That other vehicle, there was a vehicle there, but I think that's a different one. Not many people here. None at all. Not sure why. Not that far from Quartzsite. Very close to the interstate. So, I don't know. That'd be one of those, if you was driving in, you could come in and hop there, you know, get up the next morning, go into Quartzsite early when people are leaving and moving, because there's a lot of them do their 14 days. They're supposed to move that 25 miles. I'd say there's a bunch of them that don't do that. But hell, you get that long term, you can stay for months and get water and everything. So I would recommend that if you're gonna be out here a month or two. Is I think it's $40, and there you go, you get water and stuff. So it is worth that. And then that's the long term. You stay longer than 14 days is the theory or whatever. And I think if I'm right on that, that's all of them. So if you get the annual pass, it's like 180 for like 6 or 7 months. It's a long time. It's more than half the year. It encompasses the entire winter, like from mid-fall to mid-spring. I think it's October to May or something like that. September to April, but it's a big chunk of the year. And that 180, you can stay any of those long-term sites for up to that time and have water. Most of them are pit toilets and stuff like that at a minimum. But anyway, that's just me blabbering. I'm gonna get on up this thing. Check it out, everybody. Look what a seam of quartz here. Look at that. That's the mother lode right there. Wow. Wow, look at that. Oh, it would be nice to find some gold. That'd be so cool. Look at that. Kind of rusty looking appearance. That's a sign of iron. Wow. That e-bike's right down there. Look at this place. It's like inhospitable. Look at this. Let's go on while we're here. Now look at that. It's like bedrock. I don't know. Look at that. It is tough, mean stuff. I'm not sure if it's maybe basalt. I don't know for sure though. It has been squished and then flipped. It's actually sticking kind of like this angle. Oh wow, cacti. These guys are just screwed up here. Very little water, very little soil, and the wind. Look how it's just notched this stuff. No soil. Some on the shady side. Wow. Look at that. That's some mean stuff. I think I'm gonna go down. I don't know why the road just didn't go around it. Get down in there and get trapped. See the van. I see another vehicle too back up to the far right there. Oh shit. This would be a good place if you wanted to get away. Just bring the e-bike or hike it. I mean, hell, it's not that far back to the van. Anyway, wow. Just a little bit more exploration here. It's getting hot. You can imagine how hot it will get. Look how dark these rocks are. They'll soak that heat up. Look at how they're splitting apart. That's why I say they were formed like so, and now they've been. Golly. It's probably a bad place for snakes and scorpions and stuff. Wind feels good. I don't. I feel a little rough. Yeah. Anyway, boy, that's a neat little top right here. It looks like snake skins. Can you do it? Yeah, I can do it. There. Oh wow. And it continues on. I am the king. Wow. All right. Well, I hope you guys are having a good one. Let's see if I can see that road. It is turning back that way. I'll see if I can't take it back that way. See if it goes on up in that bend. I don't see it up in there. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. This is Yukon, head back off his mountain, I said. I am coming down the mountain after the flight. The camera, by the way, is pointed nearly straight down. Gotta put a lot of weight on these rocks. And some of you may wonder why I wear my bicycle helmet even when I'm not riding. And by God, right here is why. If you fall here and you break a leg, like I say, that's one thing. But if you fuck up that head, you're fucked. You lay here and bake to death. The broke leg, I could probably make it to the e-bike, crawling, rolling, whatever, and then in severe pain, get back to the van. Well, I don't know, I probably wouldn't be able to get it to the washes, but then again, that's one thing, and a busted head is another. Look at all the quartz in there. That is worth an inspection. It's very sparkly. It's just sparkles, I reckon. This is a very hospitable place. It is getting hot and getting hot fast. Even though I could see if you was in that wash, I mean, you'd definitely have some protection there. See where I'm stepping. Look at that, the sun is just baking this. And then in big high wind storms and dust storms, they just sandblasted. That cacti there's doing off pretty dang good. Look at him. Then again, see, he's down here. When it does rain, some of that water's coming down here to him. That and them things, I bet they got the way them the stickers, the thorns. I bet when it is cloudy but not rainy, but there's a lot of moisture in the air, I bet it collects that dew. The spruces, Fraser firs, stuff back home up high elevation, it can just be cloudy. It don't have to be raining, but it can be cloudy. And so much moisture in the air that the way those needles have adapted, they'll excrete that moisture out, and it'll be raining like in the forest, but not around it. Like a little microclimate. And that helps them to get even more water. Anyway, see the e-bike. It's a little bit of a bitch to get up there, especially twice. But I thought to myself, I've got a freaking flat tires are perfect. Them little knolls like that make a great. You can see everything around you. Anyway, yabbity yabbity. Look at this piece of quartz. It's got some green in it. Green's kind of a sign of copper, green and blue. Look at that. Wow. That's a little vein of something right in there. Probably throwing away the gold. Boy, that I'd be tickled to death just to find a little bitty nugget. Not just, you know, for the money or whatever, but just to be like, hey, you know, now here's a fucking find. Especially be a sizable nugget, because in the money, yeah, it is a factor. It don't matter how rich or poor you are, you find an ounce of gold, that's $5 grand. I mean, that's a chunk of change. Especially out of here. When all you need is food, water, whiskey. Be nice to have a woman, but I'd be the end of your money. 5,000 ain't shit. Forget that. Oh gosh. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm gonna move on a little bit. I'll make more video. I'll find something interesting. Have a good one. How's it going, everybody? I'm all packed up. Van started. I looked over here, seen this bottle. It blew up under the van. Oh, nice little parking pad here. Very nice. Anyway, this is from the BLM site. That's about 10 miles east of Quartzsite off of a Gold Nugget Road. I-10, very close. Like a mile, and I'll be on I-10. Anyway, I'm on roll. I'm going back to the other side of Phoenix to, I don't know about the same location, but the same general location as when I first, my first videos come on. Hope you guys are having a good one out there. See here, everybody, here's the main road. This is that Gold Nugget Road. Right there's I-10. I was literally camped like, you know, not even a half a mile. Big mountains on back in there. Them little bitties are back in there is what took the bike. There's a few people, they wasn't here. Oh, they're off-roaders. See, they got trailers. Kind of trashy down in here. Oh, God. Look at that pothole. There's another great big one. Jeez. Part of it, this is trashier than normal, but you get on up there, it's not that bad of a sight. I don't know. I'm not sure why there ain't more people. Alright, there you are, baby. Quartzsite's out in there. I'm headed east, everybody. This is Yukon over and out. Check out them massive, and I mean massive, solar farms out there. They're still building them. See all them crates and stuff? I mean, it goes on and on and on. That's where they're putting a foundation, the frames in. There they are. Little podium that they'll be on. Look at that big transformer power system. That's all fucking solar, dude. Wow. This is the type of place where it really works good. Look, that's a lot of infrastructure improvement right there. That's a big project. Anyway, I thought you guys might find that interesting. I'm pretty sure that mountain way back there in the distance is that Saddle Mountain. Not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain that that's it. Because it was on this side of Phoenix. And then got Phoenix, then the other Tucson. Yeah, Tucson side. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Everybody have a good one. Everybody, check out that old 747 right there. They got the wings off of it and stuff, the tail. That big hump up there on top is what gives it away as a 747. Huh. I flew to Saudi Arabia and back on one of them during Desert Storm. That'd be wild if that was the plane. That is fucking neat though. Gives you an idea how big your damn things are. It's too bad this ain't open. That'd be cool to go in there. Dang it. I'd probably scale that fence. Anyway, take a picture too. I'm heading back over there. Look familiar? That's that Raggedy Top Mountain. Tucson's like out in there, about another 30-40 miles. Anyway, I'm gonna get rolling. Hope everybody's having a good one. Hey everybody, I've made it to camp here. I'm in the general area I was when I first got here, but the sun, when it was setting, it was so bright. Coming up this road, I couldn't hardly see the road. I couldn't tell where I was going. Nothing looked familiar. Actually, I think where I camped was just like, it's like right back in there a few hundred yards. Because over there's that fence. There's a truck over there. I don't know if he's camping or just whatever. I don't see anything set up. But check this side out. This is, I rarely pass these up when I see them. Look at that. What's waiting on me? There's enough wood there to last 3 or 4 or 5 days. There's some more. So I'll have to burn any of mine. I'll probably take a stick or 2 of this with me. Oh, golly. I'm wore out. All that damn driving. Especially that last few miles. You guys going straight into the sun. I couldn't hardly see nothing. Oh, anyway, I guess call it a night. That's that Raggedy Mountain over there. Iron Mountain, or Ironwood National Monument thing is over there. Like I say, I think I was like a 1/4 mile there. I'm not even sure here. I got disoriented. I was trying to find that one fellow that was here, Paul, but I couldn't tell heads or tail. I'm sure where I was at comes the sun was so intense. Anyway, beautiful sunset. Well, I hope you guys have had a good day, and I'll make more video later. I probably will go back over there tomorrow. That's such a neat spot there. I really like that. And move on, find some different stuff. Every little camp, even at the same place like this, when you camping at a different spot, all your views are different. Different lights and stuff. Pretty cool. Well, I hope you guys had a good day. And hopefully tomorrow will be even better. Everybody have a good night. This is Yukon, over and out.